Welcome to Vine Beans. It's your boy King Chains. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Hope you're out in nature, getting sun, drinking water. It's very crucial during this time of growth, expansion. Somebody can say ascension. I say let's get into it.
Stick it to the truth, you're on a sad in return, gotta fuck with the karma. Find it harder to move, yeah. I'm on the way up, cloud nine, tiptoe dancing. I'ma stay up, feeling hip, made a hook, it's stuck fast, fierce like Paul walking on the moon. Yeah, nothing left for me to lose. Yeah, so eat and drink all the food. Yeah, garden and eating, my thing get loose. I'm different, but then I am inside of you. I am the heart of inside of you. You can look inside of you. I would never lie to you. I am the heart of inside of you. You can look inside of you. I would never lie to you. Stay true, look inside. Demon searching, seeking my demise. Loving myself at the time is now. So stay true, many call, chosen few. Make me some room, I'ma go out, spoken word with your heart like boom, boom. Ain't no way nothing hit the heartbreak. Rose tattoo, new king, who's you? I am the heart of inside of you. You can look inside of you. I would never lie to you. I am the heart of inside of you.
Yep, the Tree of Life. I'm writing a book and I'm going to explain a lot about the Tree of Life. The human body, also known as the spaceship, is a mediator between realms and dimensions. The flesh, also known as, and is limited to the third dimension and travels through the fourth, the time and space on Earth. You know, meditation is not an achievement, but an act of letting go. I highly recommend doing that and then cleaning your house to act. Now, this is a very simple version of the Tree of Life. There's also many different versions. I didn't even get into the 7 points, which you guys consider the chakras. I didn't get into the electrical, the spiritual side of things yet, but I wanted to make this very simple because this is the flesh, the physical. We're multidimensional. We're always going to need doctors. We're always going to need nurses because people do get cut, they do get hurt in the physical, but there's also metaphysical, and I have yet to get into that, but this is just a short display of some of the stuff that I'm into, and this is very, very, very secret knowledge, and it's for the chosen. So if this resonates, please hit me up or stay tuned. God bless.
This is actually going to be a pretty deep, profound video. I don't know how it's going to come out. I didn't really prepare for it, but I did some voice notes last night of me channeling. I've known this for a while. I haven't really put it in words. And I was too lazy to write it down, but I'm just going to share a few voice notes.
Birthed in water, building your emotional body. These are not limited by age, just know that, but their awareness of states of consciousness within the human vessel. Then on land, started becoming aware, speaking for yourself, thinking for yourself, mental body. And then air, celestial ether realm, solar power, solar realm. It's not just the emotional body and mental body, but you've learned to govern these, to operate. And because of such sacred union, sacred death, you birthed your new birthright, a newer facet called your soul. Your birthright. And it's interesting how Adam and Eve were created. Your mental body was created. Your emotional body was created. But your soul is birthed and it's new. Some of us could have had our soul stripped, our confidence taken, our will suppressed, our innocence molested. Many, many dark things. But anew, our soul is being birthed in its right. You have a right, God-given right, to birth it. A personal generator of soul within yourself, and you birth what's within your birthright. Ashe, stay blessed.
You know, when we talk about who ate first, you know, we know, I'm not a Bible thumper. It's important to know what it is. It's a divine alchemy book. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it because now it's been altered. The newest one has been altered 30,000 times. It was altered for the government to govern and control a narrative for his reign and rule. And it's an esoteric book, but it's many things. But 30,000 times to fit Sir King James. I'm not going to call him a king. He's a pervert who chopped his own mother's head off and slept with little boys. But we ain't going to talk about that, are we? They talk about evading first. You know, when you're dealing with humanity and we're dealing with the evolutionary process, knowing that, you know, your emotional body ate knowledge first, meaning it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Kids are sensitive. Well, people are sensitive in general. It's not a curse in the underworld, it's actually a blessing. And yeah, that's why I call it the first language. Became aware emotionally, vibrationally first. We built Eve, we built an emotional body, and as time goes on, your brain, I believe slows down. Actually, it speeds up, and it does that because survival. We had to learn to think for ourselves. We had to learn to, hey, you can't go left, you can't go right. Hey, you can't go in that room, there's a predator there. Hey, you can't do X, Y, and Z, be aware. So we had to think for ourselves. In alpha, and then you start thinking for yourself. Alpha, beta system. It's actually very low light spectrum on the omega spectrum. Adam started thinking for himself, and they were created. You created these two bodies. You're a multidimensional being. You have a mental body, you have an emotional body. And it's interesting to note that these two bodies were created, and depending on what you had to go through that sacred process, you birthed the sun. See, the other two bodies were created, but the sun was birthed. Your soul. Makes me think about the virgin birth. Miraculously birthed. That divine offspark that's been in you this whole time. Your inner child. And it is your right. It is your birthright. It's deeper than you think. Through this knowledge, I can only say so much through the phone. I didn't prepare for this, but you have a right to create in not just physical things, but reality. As a solar generator, it is your given right, and with this awareness and knowledge, it will be a soft download to your iOS, and it will push you further down the timeline, period. You have a right to create. And they're not just bodies, but they're also states of consciousness within yourself. And it's the same reason why I've been going off lately about celestial this, celestial that. It's a literal realm of instant manifestation, unlimited, untouched, untapped potential within yourself. It's your life force energy, and that's why this thing about The Walking Dead is real. A lot of people can't create. A lot of people go in circles because within them lies that dormant, unlimited potential that needs to be activated and maybe birthed and cultivated and healed. It's like Frankenstein being brought to life. That there's way more to this existence than the physical, and that activates you, turns your spaceship on. It's like you've been walking around in a spaceship with no gas and no electricity, just a dead corpse. But when you activate and raise up your vibration in your soul, you go to the solar realm, and it's a whole different world. It took will to get out of Tartarus. It took will to get to the solar realm, and it takes will to keep ascending, ultimately to live through the heart. The heart is conscious, the heart has an eye. Then through that, being disciplined within yourself, living in a oneness Christ consciousness, and activating your light body, your Merkaba. Anyway, stay blessed, family. I know it's short, didn't really get too deep into it, but it's something.